Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a look at BugWise. It's an app that basically promises to stick a full-blown entomologist right in your pocket. All you need is your phone's camera. Okay, so let's just start with something I think we've all been through, right? Whether you're a serious farmer, a backyard gardener, or honestly, just someone who's curious about nature, you see a bug you don't recognize. And the question pops into your head, is this thing a friend? Or is it a foe? Is it going to help my plants? Or is it about to eat my prize-winning tomatoes? That split second of not knowing, that's a problem for everyone.
Well, that's the exact problem BugWise is built to solve. And the best part? The solution is probably already in your pocket. It all starts with your phone's camera. So let's take a look at how it actually works.
The whole process is designed to be super simple. First, you just snap a photo, or you can even grab one you already took. Then, in just a few seconds, a powerful AI in the cloud does its thing and figures out what you're looking at. Now, here's the clever part. It automatically saves every single result right to your device. And that last step is so important because it means you can look up your entire history of identified bugs later, even if you're out in a field with zero internet connection. But you know, that really simple, slick user experience, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Underneath it all, there's some seriously impressive tech doing all the heavy lifting to make it seem so easy.
So let's break down what's happening behind the curtain. On your end, it's just one simple action. You tap a button and take a picture. But for the app, whoa, it kicks off this whole chain reaction. It compresses the image so it sends super fast, shoots it up to the AI, and then that AI gets to work, analyzing not just the bug itself, but also its eggs or even larvae. And once it has an answer, boom, it saves the whole report right to your phone's local database.
Okay, so getting the name of the bug is cool and all, but that's really just the beginning. What BugWise gives you back is way more than a name. It's like a complete intelligence report, a battle plan for your bug. In fact, every single ID you get comes with a super detailed analysis. We're talking 10, count 'em, 10 different categories of information. And this is where you can see the real value of the app. It's not just about what is this bug. It's a full-on diagnostic tool. It tells you straight up if it's harmful or beneficial. It lists the exact crops it goes after and shows you the kind of damage to look for. It even breaks down its life cycle and when it's most active. But the best part? It gives you an entire playbook of solutions. Everything from prevention tips all the way to specific organic and chemical control options. Now, this is obviously amazing for any of us with a little garden in the backyard. But the app was really designed with a much bigger, much more critical user in mind, the farmers who grow our food. You can see here that it has a really wide appeal. Gardeners, students, researchers, nature lovers, lots of people can use it. But those core features we just talked about, the deep dive reports, the specific control methods, the damage symptoms, those were all purpose-built to be an absolutely essential tool for people in agriculture. And this chart really just spells it out. Look at the difference. The old way for a farmer, you could be waiting days, even weeks, for an expert to get back to you, and that's probably after paying for a pricey consultation. The BugWise way, you get your answer in seconds. It completely collapses that timeline. It takes knowledge that used to be locked up with specialists and makes it instantly accessible on the phone that the farmer already has in their pocket. And it's free. But the mission here goes even deeper than just making things faster and cheaper. The real goal is to make this tool accessible on a truly global scale. Okay, this next part is a total game changer. The app can generate those detailed reports in over 100 different languages. We're talking English, Chinese, Hindi, Spanish, Arabic, you name it. A farmer anywhere in the world can get this critical, expert-level information in their own native language. Think about that. It's what people mean when they say something like, this democratizes expertise. It's not just a buzzword. By literally breaking down language barriers, the app gives power to farmers in developing regions who, until now, might have been completely shut out from this kind of modern agricultural tech. So when you put it all together, what do we have? It becomes pretty clear that BugWise isn't just some cool, neat little app. It's actually a sign of a much bigger shift in how we can use technology to go after some really fundamental, real-world problems. So let's just boil it down. What are the big takeaways? Well, first, it empowers farmers with instant, expert knowledge. This directly helps protect crops and reduce losses. It also promotes more sustainable farming by putting organic solutions right there on the table. It breaks down huge language barriers in technology, which is massive. And then there are the practical things, like how all the data is auto-saved and works offline, and how you can easily share a finding to get a second opinion from a colleague or an expert. It really covers all the bases. And all of this really leaves us with a pretty big question to think about. A tool like BugWise is powerful for sure, but it's also just the beginning. As this kind of powerful AI becomes more and more accessible, as it gets into more hands around the world, you have to wonder, how is it going to completely reshape our most essential industries, like agriculture? What other huge global problems are just waiting for a smart, simple solution, maybe one that starts with nothing more than a photo?